business that pays you. Yeah. Our people walk in power, we gon' glow up. No fear, no doubt, we gon' show up. Set your boundaries, shine bright, no fright. Unapologetic, we fight for what's right. Family keeper, that's a state of mind. Power protection all by design. Family keeper, we rise, we shine. Power protection all by design. Mind the business that pays you.
Hey, welcome back, Mindsetters. You are tuned in to Mind the Business That Pays You podcast. I'm your host, Monique Danielle Harrell, CEO of Singleton Builders.
And I am Jill Mabel Beecham, owner of CRJ Squeaky Clean.
And I am Rochelle V. Gray, and I am the owner of Power Elite Network and the Genius Grid.
Okay.
Welcome.
Hey, girl. How is it out there in Charlotte, the
It's
weather?
pretty nice right now. We back to just light jackets.
Well, today it was nice, but my voice is not acting correctly.
That's definitely the weather. That's
Yeah.
definitely in Charlotte. You can have all 4 seasons in one day.
No way.
I don't think I would
Yes,
like
you can.
that.
Yes, you can.
Oh,
I don't think I would like
Yes, you
that.
can.
Wow. I like it cold.
well, not me. Yeah, she do.
You
like
can get
it.
up
No,
and
not
it'd
me.
be like 28, and then by the end of the day, be like 60.
Oh,
wow.
oh.
Mhm.
Well, Mindsetters, make sure you like and subscribe our YouTube page at Biz That Pays. Make sure you follow us on our social media channels. What is Facebook, Mind the Business That Pays You podcast. Also on IG, Biz That Pays. You can check us out on our website, bizthatpays.com. So make sure you go to our YouTube. Go right now while you're watching and like and subscribe our page. Also, our topic today is Raising a Brand Together, the story of the Anderberry Bracelets. That's a mother and son team, and wait till you hear her backstory. Their names are Amy and Aaron Anderson. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay.
Right now.
Well done. Well done.
So, with my voice acting up, I'm going to do the best I can today. We're going to do our CEO check-in. So, today, my CEO check-in is finding a good loan officer. Now, last week I did finding a good realtor, but maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but you can close a deal without a realtor, but you cannot close any deals without your lender. So, finding a good lender is very, very important. So, here's 3 pointers I'm going to give to you. Look for a lender who educates, not just sells, meaning he's going to explain to you what your DTI is, he's going to explain interest rates to you, and he's also going to explain different loan programs that they have. Because there's loan programs for people in Section 8, believe it or not. They will
That's
help
true.
you, they'll help you purchase a home. From what I understand, they'll help you pay some of your mortgage. I'm not clear on that, but you can actually look it up.
It's true.
Yeah, there's programs for first-time home buyers. There's programs for them to help you with your down payment. You might have to go to a class or something, but the loan officer should always be able to make this clear to you about any program that's out there to help you get that deal closed. Next point I'm going to give you is choose an experienced loan officer that matches your goals. So what I mean by that is if you're going to buy a 2-family home, don't let him talk you into buying a 1-family because he's saying, well, you need a little more money or a little more this or a little more that. Well, that's great. If you need that, take the time to do that. But don't let somebody talk you out of what you're trying to get if it does not make sense. And I know you ladies can relate to that, when
Absolutely.
you're trying to purchase something. So, make sure that the loan officer experience matches your goals. You don't have to match his goals. And the third point I'm going to give you is communication is non-negotiable. So what I mean by that is if you give your loan officer a call today, he don't call you back for 4 days, he's not vested and you don't need him. Because what's going to happen is at the end of the day, when it's time to close, he may disappear. You don't know what's going on. He's supposed to be there to work you through this deal. If you need more down payment, you shouldn't find out at the closing table. A good lender is supposed to let you know everything that's going on, pre-do the HUD with you maybe 2 days before your closing to make sure you don't hit no surprises. So remember, your lender is the one that's going to make your deal close easily and help you get positioned for this new big ticket that you're going to have in your life. So follow me. So SingletonBuildersLLC.com. Again, we specialize in building custom modular homes.
That's awesome feedback.
Thanks. My voice is
It's gonna break. We're gonna pray about it.
okay. Look, okay.
Again, Joma from CRJ Squeaky Clean. I have what I think is great tip for this week because I did try it. I'm very anal with cleaning. I mean, very anal. If I see a little spot, I see it from a far distance. But glass. I can't stand glass that have smudges and you can just see it was cleaned in all different kind of road paths.
Directions.
You know, I try to figure out which
That's
way
me.
did the car go. Did it go left, right? Did it turn around?
Hello.
So what I tried this week, and I learned from another cleaner, but it was awesome, is use a mixture of equal parts of white vinegar and warm water. And then let it sit for 5 to 15 minutes. And it actually worked really well in between the glass doors as well. You know, it gets all the scum and dirt in the middle.
Yeah.
I can't stand getting in the shower, then all of a sudden water hits those sides.
Yeah.
Then you see these little
Yeah,
black
you do.
particles
Yeah,
get
that's
into
true.
I'm
That's
running.
true.
I'm getting out that shower. you know how I am.
Yeah.
I don't like.
She said she don't like
I don't like nothing on my feet. Well, I can't say what I like on my feet, but yeah, not no dirt. So anyway, let that sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Use a microfiber cloth or the squeezies. I've definitely used squeezies before.
Squeegee,
You know.
like for the car? No.
A little
For any
squeegees.
glass window. Any glass
Really?
window. You know, you can go to Dollar Store and get some of these things.
Yeah.
It works so much better on your glass
Hey,
than
I'm tearing up
cloth.
napkins. I'm like,
Oh, that leaves
Some things
particles
you don't
behind.
like.
See, and that's one of them times I'm watching TV and then I'm distracted because my glass got all these little speckles.
Yeah.
Not with these cleaning solutions.
Nice.
And using the squeezy, or again, the cloth does work too. Anything that has a lot of soap scum, like in your shower, everybody gets a lot of buildup because we shower. Right? Everybody showers. So it's to
Absolutely.
be expected. So what you want to do, you can use the same mixture, but add a little bit of dishwashing liquid to it.
really?
Now, make sure you get it up good because you don't want to be getting in the shower, slipping and falling.
Yeah.
But if you add that in and let it sit and use your microcloth or your squeezy and rinse really well, it even gave me a nice shine.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah, I
Because
love
in
it.
between the two glass doors, sometime in the shower, I'm
Yeah.
trying to put my hand in it. I'm like, oh my goodness. And it's hard, but the squeegee can fit right
the
in there.
squeezy. What I did is I turned it, depending on which one you get. You see the ones that are flat. You can turn it inside at an angle and stick it in a little bit. You can't get all the way inside though.
Right, but
you can
farther
get
than your
from
hand, yeah.
in the end. But there is another tool for that I'm learning about that will actually go right in the middle all the way through the glass to spray the dirt out. So that is my tip for this week. So visit www.crjsqueakyclean. There is a special running, and again, there are gift cards. So if you don't need a cleaning, pass it on to somebody else. If you have parents or senior citizens, watch out for them. A lot of them live by themselves and can't clean for whatever reason, but trust me, you won't be regretted using our service because I'm very anal, so it will be cleaned, and that's the kind of people I have
Absolutely.
that I look for to work for me.
And I can vouch for that.
All right.
Thank you. That
You're
was a great
welcome.
CEO check-in.
That was. I'm gonna definitely try that too. And going back to your point, Monique, that's when I found out about people on Section 8 being able to buy homes from last year. And she gave the information to one of my friends who wanted to buy a home for her and her family. So that definitely works. It's good to know people that know. There's definitely levels. Well, for my CEO check-in for this week, I went to ChatGPT, and what I said was, look through my social media and look through some of the things I post and tell me what my flaws are, what I need to work on.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I'm going to share with you, and what I tell you is 100% true.
Okay.
First of all,
this some of your feedback.
visibility is the new currency. If people don't see you, they can't pay you.
Oh.
I was like, okay.
So people
So
have said
stop
this
waiting
to
to be
you?
ready. Be visible before you feel polished. Okay. One post, one video. So I'm like, okay, because I love to talk, but I hate to post. I don't know what that is. Number 2, people are buying solutions, not titles. Mm-hmm. Nobody's impressed by who you call yourself anymore. Nope. They want to know what problem you solve, who do you help, and what changes after they work with you.
Correct.
So simplify your message as if a 10-year-old can understand it. 3, multiple streams are no longer optional. The days of one income stream are over. Smart CEOs are creating layers, services, digital products, coaching, speaking, partnerships, all connected to one core message. And I think I do that. So they were like, you do that pretty well, but just be consistent.
Right. That's it right there, the consistency.
Right. Ask yourself, how many ways can someone pay you for the same enterprise? Build once, sell smart. And then the last thing he gave me was systems are replacing hustle. And Jim is really good at that. Hustle will burn you out. Systems will free you up.
Yes, they will.
So if your business only works when you are tired, stressed, and overwhelmed, then you don't own a business. The business owns you.
Absolutely.
So tip, automate. He challenged me to automate one thing this month, whether it was payments, scheduling, onboarding, or checkups, which to me I think would be good to automate a follow-up. CEOs protect their time like they protect their money. And so his final thought was, mind the business that pays you, not just the business that keep you busy.
Oh, all right.
I know he connected mine to this. I was like,
yeah, that was good. That was a good.
I tell you. So you can contact me at thegrid@yahoo.com. You can also go on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, the Power Elite Network.
You know, I got to get into the TikTok thing. Cause I'm just,
oh man,
I don't even know. I just gotta look into it. That's all.
Yeah, because you can do video, or you can just post words or whatever you want. I mean, and a lot of your young people are there. See, you were talking about that, but a lot of your young people are there.
Yeah, a lot of young people on TikTok.
Yeah, right? A lot of your young people are there.
All right, guys, we'll be back with the Care Break by Wakia and our special guests, Amy and Aaron Anderson, the Anderberry bracelets. They will be discussing their backstory and how they got to have this brand be as successful as it is. We'll be right back. Hey everyone, I'm Monique Danielle Harrell, and I'm the CEO of 2 companies that help you win in real estate. With Buy Retail Properties, we do it all: fix and flips, wholesaling, buy and holds, even tax liens. Bottom line, we help people create wealth through real estate, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up. And with my building company, Singleton Builders, we specialize in custom modular homes. Think of it as a faster, smarter way to build the home you've been dreaming about. Build your way on your budget without the long wait of traditional construction. So whether you're looking to invest smart or build smart, we've got you covered. Reach out today and let's make it happen. Reach us on the web, singletonbuildersllc.com. Hey everyone, I'm Monique. All right, Mindsetters, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Biz That Pays. Follow us on our social media. Mind the Business That Pays is Facebook. Biz That Pays You is on IG. Our website is bizthatpays.com, and you can follow me on singletonbuildersllc.com. So we're back with Wakia and the Care Break.
IKEA,
Hello,
hello.
ladies.
Hi.
Look
Happy
at you.
holidays and
Look at
hi,
you.
mindsetters.
Hi,
Happy
how
Hey,
are
holidays.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. You looking beautiful, ladies.
And
You
so do
too.
you.
Thank you
Oh,
Thank you. Thank
always.
you. Thank you.
so what you got for us today, young lady?
Well, we're going to talk about planning a holiday vacation as a caregiver because
Oh,
Christmas is here a week from today.
mm-hmm.
Then we have New Year's, and
Yes.
caregivers, as myself, we need a break too.
Mm-hmm.
So I know sometimes you want a vacation, but caregiving responsibilities makes it impossible.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's possible. First off, plan ahead. This is your break. Plan ahead. Hire temporary care help. Coordinate with your family and friends. Even a day, a weekend helps. Remember, you're taking a break from caregiving. It does not mean discontinuing caregiving. You need the break. So take that break. And always remember, ask who you trust and trust who you ask.
I love
I love
it.
it.
I love it, Wakia. So are you gonna take your advice on are you taking a break this holiday?
Yes, yes, I am. And I took one 2 weeks ago, girl.
Oh, I saw her.
I
Okay.
take my break. If I don't take care of me, who gonna take care of him?
Yeah, that's
I gets
absolutely
my
true.
break.
Yeah, and
Yes.
we have to let our mindsetters know that we will not be here for the next
Yes.
two Thursdays because they fall on Christmas and New Year's. So we'll be
Yeah.
back with you
On a
guys
Thursday.
again after today on, what is that, Marlo? Is it January 8th? Wait a minute.
It'd be a
Yeah,
new year.
January
That's
8th
right.
in the new year, we will be back with you guys.
2026.
Yes, absolutely. Well,
Yes,
thank you,
yes.
Wakia. We
You
always,
welcome. You ladies have a beautiful and blessed holiday.
You
you as
too,
well.
Wakia.
You
Thank
too.
Bye
Bye
you.
bye.
bye. Okay.
All right, we're getting ready for our special guests, Amy and Aaron Anderson. They are the CEOs of the Anderberry Bracelets, and we're going to get into it.
All right. So, again, as you mentioned, we have our guest today, Amy Anderson, who is the CEO of Anderberry Bracelets. In 2012, she moved from Atlanta to Charlotte with her two children to escape domestic violence. During that hardship, her and her 7-year-old son, Aaron, began selling bracelets that he learned to make, which grew into a family business. Amy holds a BS in Mass Communications from Ohio University and brings 25 plus years of corporate experience in real estate, tax, and accounting. Inspired by her late father's craft work, she champions creativity as a healing tool. Anderberry offers build a bracelet workshops, kits, and free tutorial videos to support and express therapeutic art for children and adults. Welcome, Amy.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, hello, hello. Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes,
Hey,
welcome.
hey, hey there.
How
Good to
you?
be here. Good to be here with you all.
Yes, thank you for accepting our invitation. Are you in North
My pleasure.
Carolina as well?
Yes, in Charlotte, in the Queen City.
Excuse us.
Queen City.
Yes, is your son going to be on with you? Or are you just going to be on today yourself?
Yeah, just for myself today.
Okay,
He's actually in Arizona,
nice.
taking coursework in sound engineering,
Nice.
through
Excuse
the
me.
Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences,
Wow,
and so his classroom is literally studios.
really?
Live studios, the setup, recording studios, film sound effects studios. So he's
Nice.
learning a lot right now.
Well, I'm
And
excited
unfortunately
for
he's unable to
him.
join us right now.
That's okay. I'm
Yeah.
excited for him. That's awesome.
Yeah. He's pursuing his interest and passion in sound engineering.
Okay, tell him we over here. We rooting for him now. We rooting for him.
For
Absolutely.
sure.
Young man
For
doing his
sure. For
thing.
sure.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, Amy, can you talk a little bit about your backstory and let our viewers know how do you guys come up to be Anderberry bracelets? What's some of your backstory?
Yeah, so in my intro, you mentioned my father. And they always say the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Right.
My father was a carpenter and painter.
Okay.
So he was very crafty with his hands, and he learned to create plaques made of wood, which are similar to like picture frames,
Okay.
but they're made of wood. And I grew up, like sanding wood and just watching his creative process. And evidently that rubbed off on me, and my creativity basically then rubbed off on Aaron as well.
Wow.
So I think creativity is something that is innate in all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to be in the right circumstance in order for that to really come out of you.
Okay.
Agree.
And what circumstances were you guys in? Because we read on your bio that you moved from from one state to another, and then your son started using his craft, as you said, to making bracelets. Can you give us a little insight on that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we were living in the Atlanta, Georgia area.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my son and daughter were born. And unfortunately, we ran into some very dangerous situation involving intimate partner domestic violence. And
Wow.
so that really drove us away for safety purposes.
Okay.
So ultimately, we ended up, arriving here at Charlotte, not really having any plans to leave our home. But, when it comes to, your safety and, being a
Absolutely.
mama bear and you got to protect
Mm-hmm.
your babies and yourself, it was best for us to relocate. So that didn't
Wow.
really put us in a situation where we were able to, financially do a move. We were literally at rock bottom.
Wow. And then it was that your son started doing the bracelets at that time, or something to that
Yeah.
effect. I don't want to tell your
hmm
story incorrectly.
No, that's okay. So we ended up one of the first things, or one of the first places we got involved when we did arrive here in Charlotte was church, and we learned how, or my son and daughter learned how to make bracelets out of mini rubber bands
Wow.
during after school program. And
Really?
so that was a free program, and one day, literally we were homeless at this particular time. And we ended up, just trying to do what we could. I was unable to work at the time due to health issues.
Wow.
So my son just had the idea at the young age of 7 years old
Wow.
to
Amazing.
sell the bracelets that he had learned how to make. So that was really day one of this journey that we now call Anderberry bracelets.
Wow.
Wow.
I
How
took him all
awesome is
around
that?
Charlotte, parks, Romare Bearden Park, after the Panthers games. Took him to restaurant patios and, you know, um, laundromats, anywhere where there are people that are just kind of, gathered. And he would, come up with his introduction and his pitch, and he'd build rapport with the people he was talking to and, would sell bracelets. So I
Wow.
was his security, his
Amazing.
transportation, his mama
Amazing.
bear.
That's
so,
amazing.
so it was that's where the journey started.
Wow. That's an
And let
awesome
me
story.
say, he's
Yeah.
such a. I just wish you could see him with his big afro, his big curly fro. He is such an impressionable young man. And when I first met him, because he's a power elite male, I
Oh,
had
okay.
spoke at a. We were at the. There's a company here that does a Christmas event,
Hmm.
and they were there, and I, and the owner was like, "Hey, get up and say something," and I was, talking to them and telling them about what I do, and I said, if anyone wants to come and speak to me about joining, I don't need to talk to parents because I need the males that really want to be a part because it's about them. Because
Right.
sometimes parents can want things for you that
Right.
you don't want for
Yeah.
yourself. And he
Absolutely.
came up, him and another young man, and I was like, and even then he was so impressionable. And what I love about Amy, you really saw the genius in him as far as being an entrepreneur.
Right.
Tell them
Okay.
how you let him come out of school.
What?
Tell them about that. How you let him
hmm
come out of Mallard Creek High School
hmm So, Aaron has always been a very intelligent, bright young man, very talented, artistically. And all through school, he's been very genuine and been very authentic to what his passions are.
Okay.
When he got to senior year, he had attended Mallard Creek High School, and his by the time he was a junior, his senior year, he realized that he did want to pursue somewhat of like non-traditional education paths,
Okay.
and there was an option for him to do his senior year online, not at Mallard Creek, but so he had to withdraw. From CMS Mallard Creek, and he ended up taking an online program to attain his high school diploma. Now, this allowed
Wow.
him to be able to, um, for one, work part time, and he was able to participate in a lot of programs around Charlotte, and a lot of non-traditional coursework. For example, at Do Greater Charlotte offered him the opportunity to become a DJ through
Wow.
Backspin's nonprofit organization, as
Yeah.
well as take an apparel class so that he can learn more about retail and marketing and business, and all of these things he was able to do because he wasn't locked in a classroom all day.
Wow. Okay.
Anytime, situation would arise where someone needed a DJ or for programming, Do Greater has allowed him opportunities to, have work through being a DJ and things of that nature. So it's really kind of balanced out his income and his education and his passions.
Multi-talented. Do you have a bracelet on that we can see?
Yeah, I actually have one. So this is a sample of one that we did in the purple and gold colors for
Nice.
Omega Psi Phi Fraternity
Beautiful.
Incorporated. And so we use a lot of quality gemstones, tiger's eye. This is honey tiger's eye and purple tiger's eye.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've recently
That's nice.
been able to incorporate technology into our bracelets as well by adding an NFC chip. You see that round,
Oh
it's like a
yeah.
Oh
little round
yeah.
Beautiful.
circle.
Yes.
Um, so that enables someone to basically take their phone and then tap it
Uh-huh.
against the back of the phone or the top if you have an iPhone,
Uh-huh.
and then whatever digital information that you program onto the bracelet will
Uh-huh.
pop up on the phone.
Yes, that
So
looks
it's
so
just a
Oh.
basic, it's a creative way to connect and share digital information through your jewelry and your cell phone.
Now see, Joma really
you know
understands
I
that
love
language
it.
because I'm sitting here like, well, what?
And I have
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
one.
amazing.
I
Yes.
have a
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
safari bead.
Coach Rochelle has one.
I have one. I have two. Actually, I have this
Do
one,
you?
and
Oh,
I have this
nice.
one. And I have a lapel pin,
Hmm.
and I have a key ring, keychain.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Awesome.
And you guys
Yeah, and they
make
all
this.
have that NFC technology, which stands
Hmm
for near field communication.
And people love
It's
it.
yeah, hmm
They really love
it's
it.
the yeah, yeah. It's the same type of technology that is used when you tap your debit card or your
Uh-huh.
Hmm
iPhone to a
Yeah.
POS system. But the purpose of the bracelet is not for financial transactions.
Uh-huh.
It's just coming up with web links.
Mhm.
But you can use Cash App. You can do videos, PDF files, like anything that is a URL link, you
Uh-huh.
can program it onto the bracelet
Yeah,
That's
that's the
or
way
to
to
the
go.
amazing.
keychain
Yeah.
and lapel pin.
Yeah.
So if we were
Yeah.
in New Jersey and we wanted to purchase bracelets, or this is worldwide, and they wanted to purchase
Sure.
bracelets, do you send them out? How do they purchase them?
Yes.
How do they pay for them?
Yeah, so we do have a website.
Okay.
It's on Etsy, etsy.com.
Okay.
All you have to do is just search Anderberry bracelets,
Mhm.
and you can actually create your order online. I can customize any of the options that you want. there's a whole listing for customizations, which is what
Okay.
Coach Rochelle has with her
Okay.
logo
Oh,
embedded in the
nice.
accessories, and I can ship directly to you.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What's a price range for the bracelets if people were interested in purchasing them or knowing now?
Sure, sure. So the NFC bracelets start at $75 and
Nice.
it goes upwards for there, especially if you have a customization
Uh huh.
process that we go through
Okay.
in terms of making it, with a photo or a logo, or just pretty much anything you like.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. One
When
of
you
the
see the beading, it's so beautiful. I mean, their work is really. And Aaron also has a clothing line. Is he still pursuing his clothing
No
line?
way.
Yeah. Is this okay? The clothing line? Yeah.
Yes.
Is this okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
For the video? Okay. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm using my phone.
It's
But
okay.
yeah, so he has a clothing line,
What?
and it's called Free the Spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and he was able to create that in the apparel class at Do Greater. So he's really um not just learning about entrepreneurship, but he is practicing it.
Yes, he
yeah,
is.
he's in it.
It's
Yeah,
Mhm.
amazing. I mean,
it's
I
wonderful.
just love the fact that you recognize his entrepreneurial spirit and
Right.
allowed him to come out of high school and go online to one of the
Mhm.
greatest schools in Charlotte. And I mean, it enabled him to go to pitch contests
Mm-hmm.
and be a part of things that only adults generally get an opportunity to because, students are in school. And as a
Right.
result, he's won numerous things and somebody even to go to school, to college as a result. Just an amazing young man. And I just, again, that's what I'm so excited about the Genius Grid because if we can
Mm-hmm.
teach our young people to have a business early. I mean,
Yes,
some of these things,
absolutely.
these are family, these are saving families, lives and building legacy. And I just love it. When I see you two together, it just makes me smile. I was like, Amy Anderson, Amy and Aaron Anderson. And I was like,
I
how'd y'all
love
come up
it.
with that?
A
How old
family
is
of
I'm like
A's.
triple A. Oh my God.
how old is
Yeah.
Aaron now, Amy?
So he turned 19 in October.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
wow,
So I
he's
mean, from the
19.
coming from a child and a kid entrepreneur,
Right.
from the starting at the age of 7, and he's now 19. He's
Wow.
had quite the career already.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right. Most
He sure
experienced and most
has.
adults. We definitely have to have him come on his
Yes.
own because he's amazing.
Now, how do you
For sure,
guys
for sure.
deliberate when you have ideas and the ideas may not be matching for the type of bracelets that you're putting out that season? Do you just pick one? You go by the season? Do you go by the colors? Like, how do you decide on what to do?
Yeah, well, I think that's where that the innate creativity comes into play because I'm constantly designing in terms of like the arrangements of the beads. We'll go to different bead shows and really
Oh,
get inspiration from anywhere. And it's someone had recently pointed out to me that as a jewelry maker, especially when you think of like a commercial, business, they're there to like crank out jewelry, make money, make profits.
right.
But because this actually started more so as art therapy, when Aaron and I and his sister was in church, this was like, for one, we were surrounded in a very peaceful, non-chaotic environment. And so being able to pick up a craft or a skill in that environment, that really kind of set the tone so that
Okay.
basically whenever we are in the home in our workshop creating it's more like art. A lot of artists,
Okay.
they create one of a kind pieces,
Right.
and
Right.
so this has been something where when it comes to the customization, it's all about who I'm servicing. It's all about what the
Mhm.
customer wants. If they want something made with their birthstone,
Okay.
or a picture of their children, or maybe to pay homage or as a memorial to someone who's passed on. So jewelry is a very um, it's sentimental. You
Yes.
know, it has a sentimental value, not
Okay.
just a monetary value.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever someone is creating something, or wants something creative done, I'm right there along, with that whole process in terms of like asking them, like, what colors are you envisioning? Do you want something dainty? Do you want something bold? You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
the customer is right there along with me,
Okay.
with the helping design the different collections.
Wow, we
That's
can appreciate
beautiful.
that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so one of the questions I have is with your son being as great as he is, what's some of the challenges that you might have had, maybe you haven't, when it comes to this, let's say, decision making period about the business? Who's more the boss, and what challenge?
That's a good
Because
yeah.
children,
Yeah.
they
um,
are set
Yeah,
in
they
their
yeah,
are.
ways
They are.
sometime,
Yes.
and
that's
you
true.
guys are in it together. But do Mama Bear come out, or do you stay on the business
Well,
side?
Okay.
I mean, of course, I think number one was with him being, when he was younger, because he was so young,
Mm-hmm.
there was a very protective sense, into just his safety. And so, but when it comes to working together and really as a business and having ideas, we bounce off of one another.
Yes.
Both of us would come up with a lot of great ideas. And then it's like, hey, I'm thinking about this. Like, how do you think we should develop this, or what do you think about that? It's been very mutual.
Nice.
And it's just something where, there are challenges of working with your relatives. Typically we're
Definitely.
talking about adults.
Right. Right.
But with the mother son dynamic,
Mhm.
it's all with, the best interest for each of us.
Well, that's
That's
really good.
awesome.
Yeah, because like you said, working with family sometimes, I don't know, that gets a little
Yeah.
tricky, but you guys seem to be
Hmm.
able to work it out, which is a good thing because you have a great business going.
Hmm. And
Thank
he
you.
sounds
Thank you
he's
very
very
much.
Yeah, you
mature,
Yeah, he
guys
does.
have done well.
which makes a difference too. He has a sharp head on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
It
Hmm.
really, really does.
About how
Awesome.
long, what's the time frame it take to maybe make one bracelet? Like how long does it take you? Well, when you started, or even now,
Hmm.
how long does it take?
Well, I mean, there's certain things that need to be done ahead of time.
Okay.
So let's say, for example, if someone has a custom order,
Mm-hmm.
then if they provide me with the images, that's great. But
Okay.
sometimes it's just a matter of, I make it easy for the customer. So
Okay.
they say, hey, can you do me, can you do my logo? I can go on their website and just
Okay.
capture it,
Okay.
without them having to go into files, unless it's something very specific that I don't have access to.
Right.
But there's the planning and the design of it all. In terms of gathering the materials that I need,
Mm-hmm.
I usually have a lot of the materials on hand, but
Okay.
every now and again there are circumstances where I need to order something. So preparing for creating it can maybe take a week, or if I have to wait
That's
on
quick.
something specific, maybe
Okay.
even up to 2 weeks. And then working on it, we're very efficient when it comes to, making bracelets
Mm-hmm.
and jewelry. So after 10 years, you pretty much learn speed.
Yeah.
Um, and then just a matter of either shipping it, or meeting in person to deliver it.
Awesome.
That's
Awesome.
good.
You guys have this
Yeah,
down pat.
definitely. Well, another question I have when it comes to design, and because it's this type of items that you're selling, you really can't, unless I'm wrong, correct me, do a prototype before it's actually made. So how do you get approval, or do you get approval
Oh,
before you actually send out the items?
um, I think at this point, a lot of people have seen my work and they really just trust me with the process.
oh, okay.
Sometimes people just say, well, I don't even know what I want it to look like, but the person I'm giving it to, I want them to feel this when they open up the box, or but when it comes to proofing, if it's something that is very specific, I'll take pictures along the way before I string it up, or before I just lay it out before it's actually done. And I honestly, I don't even remember a scenario where someone was just like, "Oh, this is all wrong.
Oh,
Let's do it again." I mean, I don't
right,
think I've
right.
ever had that
Thank
situation.
goodness. Not.
Thank goodness.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if it's a something very specific, something very important, that it has to be a very specific way, I'm going to include the customer in along the way.
Awesome.
Okay.
So tell us about, because I experienced one. You
Mhm.
build a bracelet workshop. So this is a
Oh.
scenario. There's this plastics refinery place in Charlotte, right? You can bring your plastic bottles and things too, and you can make amazing things. It blew my mind.
Mm.
So Aaron is there and he's putting the plastic into this machine, and then he has these little bead prototypes, and the plastics are now being formed into beads that you can build your bracelet with.
Wow.
And then he's mixing the color to like whatever color you want. And I was like, oh my God. I saw
Really?
huge Legos there. I saw beautiful benches there. I saw mats there. I could not believe the
Wow.
things that you could do with plastics. So tell us about that journey, because even him having that side to your business to build up bracelets, tell us about that
That's
side.
awesome.
Yeah, that whole process that Coach Rochelle is describing is at the Innovation Barn, and
Yes.
this is also in Charlotte.
Okay.
And this is basically a recycling hub for the city. You can donate things. At the time, Spring Clean, which is another organization, an upcycling boutique, if you will,
Okay.
and sewing instructional center. They occupied space in Innovation Barn. They're now at Camp North End. However, we all joined together and created a Build a Bracelet workshop where in their plastics lab, they have machinery where they take the plastic protective um, tops of off of from beer cans, like six packs
Wow.
and things like that.
Uh-huh.
They have a machine that shreds that plastic down. It's a specific type of plastic, but it comes in all different colors. So they shred
What?
that down. There's a machine that you can then take those different colors of recycled plastics and attach a mold. It's a bead mold that attaches to the bottom, and that melted plastic comes out in the form of various
Really?
colors of beads.
Oh, wow.
So being
Amazing.
able to use a lot of recycled products is really it's very sustainable. And it gives an outlet for something that's really important for the environment.
And I love it because you do different workshops around the
For
area. I
sure.
mean, I brought one of my friends with me and she had a ball. We like kept y'all over time. She had a ball making bracelets.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean
But
it's such a therapeutic activity,
Uh-huh.
and depending upon the theme of these Build a Bracelet workshops that I offer, it just varies. We've done them for restorative retreats for
Mm.
maybe anywhere from 8 to 12 people who are just kind of doing some type of retreat with a different theme. We've done
Wow.
them at apartment complex communities as a resident activity. We'll name them something like Build a Bracelet, Build Your Happy Place. And
oh,
Nice.
then
That's
Beautiful.
each
nice.
color of the materials
mm,
that we utilize in
Uh-huh.
the bracelet would then signify something, some type of a characteristic or quality that kind of helps you as a reminder. Yellow might be, build your happiness. Orange might be, build your confidence. And when you
That's
have a
great.
completed bracelet with
Uh-huh.
those colors, it ends up being a reminder of things that you want to improve in your life.
that is
So there's,
Wow.
amazing. When you
Amazing. It
told
yeah,
me about
really
the colors, I was
is.
like, wow, I never thought about that. And it
yeah.
is it is special. I wear my paralegal one every day. It doesn't even matter what color I'm wearing. Because really it reminds me of
Right.
what I do. You know what I'm saying? I can have all my today. I got red on and black. but I have my Power Lead bracelet on. And so what I like to say to Gemma, if she has her logo, that would be my Christmas present to Gemma. As for
I
Monique,
Nice.
love
she can
presents.
she can choose. Monique can choose Mind the Business, or she could choose Cemetery Builders, and that would be
Okay.
my Christmas present to them both.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
And I think these would
you.
be my first
Absolutely.
bracelets from you for gifts, wouldn't it?
Oh,
I mean, with the. I mean, I've got. Oh, look, I bought like 20 bracelets the other day for my Eastern Star Sisters, but for this with the what you call it, Amy?
The NFC chip.
Thank you. With the NFC, you
Hmm.
two would be the first.
wow.
Yes, you
So
would
you
two would be the
you
Yeah.
first.
doing for organizations as well? You're saying like she said the Eastern Stars. So they could come on and get like a large amount of bracelets. They don't have to get like one or two. They could get like 100 bracelets. You
Hmm.
could do
Yeah.
mass.
Yeah.
Wow.
If
And she has a
yeah.
nice Mason bracelet. I haven't
Hmm.
seen the Eastern Star, but she has a nice Mason bracelet.
Hmm.
A
Yeah.
Really?
I
couple of
mean,
them,
if
like three or
Wow.
four. They're gorgeous.
mhm.
Oh, maybe I'll
If
get
an
one for my
organization,
husband.
wanted, yeah, if an organization, wanted to commission me to do, their merchandise or things of that nature, we can
Awesome.
definitely accommodate that.
That's
Okay. I
beautiful.
mean, how would they? We gonna ask you again at the end, but I want to say it now too.
Hmm.
How would they reach you if any
Hmm.
organizations wanted to do like a production of bracelets with you?
Sure, sure. Quite simply, you can reach me at www.ceoamy.com, which is ceoamy.com. And all of my
Wow.
contact information is there. It's a nice, sleek business profile.
Mm-hmm.
So not only does it have my contact information, but it has all my socials, as well as a video on how our business got started that aired on PBS Charlotte.
And a
Right.
black
Beautiful.
gentleman, a black
Yeah.
company made that. I want to get him on too because he's absolutely
Yes.
amazing with that program. I'm going to talk to Monique about that, but he'd be a
Oh
Yeah,
great
for
yeah.
guest.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely. So, what will you
Hmm.
say to other moms who have children that would like to be entrepreneurs? Are you saying to them, yes, push them, or this is not for everyone, or what would be your take on that?
Yeah, my take, that's a really good question. My take on it is that if you if you really listen and pay attention to your children or anyone, in your family, but specifically as your child is growing up, they're going to exhibit certain clues and
Mm-hmm.
cues in terms of what their passions are. And I don't believe that, any child should have any of their God-given, talents and skills just diminished.
Right.
And sometimes when things get very stressful, especially in an economic situation, which we were in, and it was, it's the type of thing where if you listen and if you're open, then sometimes a solution to a problem is right in front of you. And I think sometimes we're so busy with the chaos and the stress in our
Mm-hmm.
lives that we're not still enough, and at peace enough to really understand that everything that you need you can really utilize your own God-given talents.
That's
Yes.
true.
But there's opportunity. You have to have the opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
and the resources in order to develop it.
Yeah, because a lot of people say, "Oh, you're making your kids do this." Not you. I'm just talking in general. They're like,
Right.
if kids are young and they're talented, oh, you're just making them
Hmm.
do that. Everyone's not making their kids do something that they don't want to do. Yes, there are
Let me
some
tell
parents that do that, but everyone's not doing that. Sometimes you're just standing behind your child and supporting their dreams.
Right. Very
especially when
Right.
their
important.
child says first, this is what I want to do.
Right.
And that's what I would say to parents.
Mm-hmm.
They get their gifts at birth. God gives them their gifts at birth.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
We wait too late. Other
Yeah.
coaches,
right.
their kids are having businesses 10 years old. We letting our kids during the most productive years of their life play.
right. Right.
And then we groom them to be working for someone else.
Right.
So
Which is
we
all
growing up for
wrong.
jobs and they're growing their kids for business.
Right. Absolutely.
Uh-uh.
Yeah,
Come
because
on.
even
Come
when
on.
you walk into
Mm,
And
those,
they're
facts.
good at it. I mean, they're
right.
good. I got kids I mean, baking and
Mm-hmm.
DJ. My DJ business just made $1,800 this last party.
That's great.
Wow,
Mm.
that's
22.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
You understand? I've been since
Awesome.
8th grade. This is his gift.
Right.
That's his gift.
Right.
Production, he's good. But we want to teach them the right way so that people can use them.
Right.
That they have the license and everything. And that's why where Aaron is so amazing. Because they did it. She could and that's the other thing with parents. If it don't work out, it's okay. Because it still
Right.
teaches them
It's
a lot of
okay.
things.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Mhm.
most of them need a work ethic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't have to be
Most of them need
locked
to learn how to
in.
communicate with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most of them need to learn how to get up in the morning and do something, think about something other than yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Because in
This
school,
this is where we go wrong. Uh-huh.
yeah, they used to
Mhm.
teach in school. You could have home economics. You could have workshop. You could have mechanics. They don't do any of that anymore. Because I was saying I wanted to do a program for young women or even men as well that wanted to get into construction but start in
You
middle
should.
school. And people
You
are
Mhm.
like,
should.
oh, that's too young. They don't
No, it's
know.
not.
And I'm
No,
like,
it's not. No, it's
oh
not.
my goodness.
We
I'm
want you to
like,
teach women how to put in a doorbell. We want you to
absolutely.
teach women how to put up a drywall. We got
Mm-hmm.
seniors that need you
Well, maybe
to
I
do
need to
that.
come down there
We
and
got
start it
seniors that
first
need
then
help
with
that
our
they
pink
can't. I remember
hats.
we helped a lady once with the
Yeah.
mails. She never could hear visitors, and all we had to do was put some wires together in the doorbell because she couldn't
Wow.
Wow.
afford it. You understand what you can do? So don't listen to the naysayers. When God gives you an idea like that, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
Because we got
Yeah.
to
Right.
look out for our orphans, our widows, and our seniors. We're the only
Absolutely.
culture that does not roast our seniors. We used to. And when did that stop? So
Yeah.
yeah, that was. I told you in your text that was a great idea. You've always had great ideas. Don't listen to the naysayers. And even if it fails, you win, but it won't fail because that's a
Right.
great
Hopefully it
idea.
doesn't.
It really,
That's
really
a part
is.
of the nonprofit that
It
we're
really. That's
doing.
right. You go
And
with
it's
that.
doing that, but people are
Absolutely.
like, "Oh, that's not probably not going to work. They're too young." I was like, "Well, maybe I won't do it in the
Girl,
high
listen,
schools.
these kids
Maybe
be.
I'll do it
Let me tell
somewhere
you, I had a
else."
DIY plan. I had a DIY club in my school, and those kids, what it did was it let them see how math connects.
Uh-huh.
They
Mhm.
there with their little helmets and the little
Right.
saw and the little, I
Yeah.
mean, and these were real contractors there. And we wound up building 2 birdhouses or 3. They gave me one. And then the next year we built Adirondack chairs. So
See.
it
Wow.
Wow.
motivated them to do
Yeah.
better in school because they saw
Right.
the connection.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
you better go ahead and do
And
that.
that's what I'm like when
Yeah.
we're
The
building
colleges
a
and everything would be ready to connect with you for that.
yeah, when we're building a
Mhm.
house, I wanted it where, and I know it have to be permission slips maybe or what have you. I don't have
Oh
all
yeah.
the answers, but they could. When I was doing the house in Atlantic City, I wanted an organization because I didn't have a nonprofit yet to bring the kids, even if they stood across the street, and across the street because you got cranes and stuff, and these are
Right.
kids. But I wanted them to see how a house was built. I mean, I got a lot of
They
flack.
would love
Maybe
it.
it was the city I was in, but I got a lot of flack for even thinking that I should bring kids around construction. I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Everything
it
doesn't
like
have to
that.
be dangerous. You would
I
take the
was like,
proper
good grief. I
protocols.
didn't mean it that
You would
way.
take the proper protocols.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's
And
ways.
Yeah.
There's ways to do it.
yeah, and sometimes it takes us as adults to set the stage. They may not
That's right.
realize that they are talented.
Yeah,
We have
Listen.
those children who are not told.
right.
They got the gift, but they don't know which direction to go in.
This is the truth. That's why
Mhm.
So
we got the genius
yeah,
grid.
you
Yeah.
just put it
That's
out there
right.
in front of
Can't
them
wait.
and let them see the offers, and then it'll open up their eyes.
Let
Yeah,
me
I
tell
think
you.
parents should
And
let them be who they want to be
Yeah.
and stop
that's exactly
dictating
right.
just because it's not a vision that they had. Am I correct, Amy? Just because it's not a vision that the parent had, sometimes they'll tell
Mhm.
their child, like, oh, you can never do that. Oh, you can't do this and
Mm-hmm.
you can't do that. And that's just so sad to me.
Yeah.
Because out of building, they could
Yeah.
be engineers, they could be contractors, electricians, plumbers. It's a
Let me tell
whole
you. Even
field of
even relatives
things.
and
Mhm.
that's right. I give you a story. One of my young ladies I coached, she developed immune disease. She had to stay out of school for a minute. And she always wanted a camera. And her father, I love him to death. He's the vice president of the bank. He was like, nope, photographers don't make money. But when she got sick, he
Mm.
bought her
Mhm.
camera. And she took some amazing pictures.
See?
But she wound up being able to go to the Georgia School of Art because she already
Look
had a
at that.
portfolio
Look
now.
at that. See?
So it might not be that she
You
was supposed
never
to be a
know.
photographer. But what could it
Mhm.
lead to, like you just
Right.
said?
Yeah.
Right.
Because she's a visual, spatial
Yeah.
person. She could have been, like you said, worked in the magazine, photographer. It could have been so many things she did. And I was so glad she at least had that experience. So you're right. I'm good, Amy. I'm just so glad that you listened to
Yeah.
Aaron when he said that,
Yes.
and
Yes,
you didn't,
Amy.
you didn't shrug him off saying, "Oh boy, go somewhere," because we could do that too.
Yeah.
And you took him seriously even at the age of
Yes.
8 or 7.
7, right.
That's
Mm-hmm.
7.
amazing. That was a God given
Amazing.
moment for real.
And being in the
Yeah, it
situation
was.
she was in, not even be able to think clearly, but her wisdom of her being in that situation still allows her to follow her son's dream
Right.
when at that time she didn't even know where they was going to be next. So I
And it was
applaud her for
therapeutic.
that. Yeah, I
It
Yeah.
really,
was
really.
therapeutic at that too. And now you get to take that same
Mhm.
experience and give that to other people. Because I'm telling you, those builder bracelets. I'm thinking about bringing one of those in my church. It's amazing. When my bishop saw that bracelet, he was like, "Where her number? I need that bracelet," because he is always on the cutting edge. He was
Hmm.
like, "I need that bracelet."
Hmm.
He's serious too.
And a
Listen,
lot
Yeah.
of people
Yeah.
in
absolutely.
today's world, whether they realize it or not, needs therapy. It doesn't mean
Yes.
always go to the doctor. And like you said, Amy, it's a reminder.
Yes.
You know, those
Mm.
colors may mean something or whatever the symbol people choose. It's a
Mhm.
reminder. And that might be
Mhm.
just enough to keep someone going.
Right.
It's
You
Yeah.
know,
true.
so that's
It's
Yeah.
true.
awesome.
So what
It's
Yeah,
would
as a
you
matter
true.
of fact,
say?
even yesterday, I utilized, I work part time at a company uptown, and we had a holiday party, and I coordinated a lot of the activities, and so we ended up doing a build a bracelet, bracelet making station in the company's colors and in their core
Nice.
values. Each of the colors represented
Oh,
one of the
nice.
company's core values. So it's a very creative way to not just have something that you totally different from the nature of the work that a company does, but sometimes you just need to have a moment just to kind of get away from technology, get out from behind that laptop, get off of your
Right.
phone, and do something creative with your hands. And it's very meditative. After a while, once it's step one, step two, step three, repeat. It kind of gets us back into our own thoughts, our own rhythms, and of course, it's a team building activity as well.
And look, we have a running joke here. Can you say the part about get away from the computer again? So
Yeah,
Jill,
again,
so
the
so
lady in the
she can
red and
hear
blue.
you.
Yeah.
Talk to the screen. Talk to the screen. I ain't there
Mhm.
yet.
I was like,
Yeah,
damn
that's
up,
our running
damn
joke
up.
with her because she never stopped.
Yeah,
This
she's
this
like the energizer
conversation is
bunny for real.
so interesting, but we just got to wrap it up from our producer, our assistant producer over here. So I have one last question for you. What advice would you give to a young person who wants to start a business, but they just don't know where to start, or they may not have the backing like Aaron has with you to start this business? Like, what's some suggestions you can give to them?
Well, there's a lot of resources now and organizations
Okay.
that can help with the resources along the way.
Okay.
One of them is Charlotte is Creative. Every month they do a creative mornings session
Wow.
somewhere around the city, and they were very instrumental in getting us off of our feet because Aaron had won a $250 hug grant, an
Nice.
HUG. It's a helpful unfettered gift that really got him going in terms of the supplies that he needed. So there's always an organization around that really
Okay.
can align with what a child or a young person wants to do. So I mean, definitely seek out those opportunities and just have confidence and have courage. If even if it's something that does not exist right now, that doesn't mean that you can't be the source that creates it, that makes it happen. So, just never be discouraged. And if you do get discouraged, there's always the next day.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
And call the Genius Grid.
Right, because there are
Yeah.
programs like you both are
Yeah.
saying in Charlotte.
That's
Hopefully, they're
right.
everywhere. I know when I finish the nonprofit, that's one of the things that we're going to do: help young kids, young adults start businesses and teach them more about construction.
I
So,
love it.
Mhm.
Hopefully, there's programs everywhere that youngsters, if you need to start, you don't have the startup money, it may be $500 or whatever it is, that you can find some of these programs that can help you start your business. And hopefully, you have parents like Aaron have with Amy that can help you, back you on, the hard work and the business end of getting your business started. Again,
And the
Amy.
advice I would say to them, if you have great character, I tell my kids in a minute, here's a sponsor sheet. Go get your money.
Right,
People
right.
will sow into you if
Mhm.
they was like they sowed into Aaron, because we're going to be providing fee money, but people will sow into you. So always have good character, so you when you ask people for something, they won't say no.
That's
Absolutely. They
right.
wouldn't be able to because you're going to make sure they say yes.
Right?
Amy,
Absolutely.
again,
Don't be afraid of the no.
That's
that
right.
part.
That's
Didn't
Don't
we,
be
That
we
afraid
know
of
talk
the
that. We
about
no.
all
that?
know
We
that,
was
right?
just
Yeah,
talking
we
about
just
that.
Mhm.
talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so can you tell them one more time, tell our mindsetters how they can reach you and all of your
Mhm.
information for them to follow up with you, please?
Yes. It's all under CEOAMY.com.
All right.
That's CEOAmy.com.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Your message, your backstory, and how you have moved forward with Anderberry Bracelets, your son and yourself, and have made this a very profitable, therapeutic business. So,
For
Mindsetters,
sure.
thank you for tuning in. Oh, I almost forgot real quick. Amy,
Name drop.
you have to do the name drop for us. I was so into your story. Well, what you have to do is say your name and the name of your company, and then you would say, "Thank I'm tuned into Mind the Business That Pays You podcast." And you get two
Okay,
tries.
excellent.
Okay? You can go whenever you like.
Right now,
Yeah.
I'm go ahead. I'm Amy Anderson with Anderberry Bracelets, and we are featured on Mind the Business That Pays You
Well,
podcast.
all
That's awesome.
right.
Hey,
Got it the
nailed it the
first
You
first
time.
time.
yeah, all of our
Awesome.
guests get it on the first try, seems like, right? Well, guys, we thank you so much for tuning in. We will not be here next week or the week after, which is Christmas and New Year's Day, but we will be back on January the 8th. Have a safe and joyous holidays, and never forget to mind
Mind
the
the
Mind the
business
business
that
that
business that
pays
pays
That
pays
you.
pays
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
holidays.
All
holidays. Good
right. Love
Happy
y'all.
holidays.
All
Bye.
right. Thanks, Amy.
Mhm.
Thank you,
Mind the
No
Amy.
business
problem.
that
I
pays
really
you.
enjoyed it. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
coming.
Mhm.